I'm Amy, and next to me is Ricky, chewing on her Nylabone, being a good girl. And welcome to week 18 of Grown Up Guide Pup. So I've said it before, and I'll probably say it a million times again, as puppy raisers, our basic job is to socialize these puppies to the everyday world. So there was an art and wine festival in town this week, and I took this opportunity to take Ricky because there are so many distractions at this place, and it was a great training opportunity to keep her focused and to show her things that she hasn't quite seen before. This is a very crowded event, and I tend to take my puppies every year, and this year was no exception. And Ricky did a pretty darn good job navigating through the crowd. There's lots of kids running around, strollers, sometimes you have to stop and let people pass. So it can be difficult for a puppy to walk around. Not only is she there, but we ran into a fair amount of other people who brought their dogs too, which could be a huge distraction because, you know, Ricky likes to play with other dogs and can be distracted, especially if dogs are barking at her. She's, not quite old enough to understand that she needs to leave them alone and ignore them. One of the other things that was at the Art and Wine Festival was a small carnival where they had rides and games. And we kind of came across something we weren't anticipating, and that was a ball rolling on the ground. Now, you might not think much of this. Well, Ricky, being a retriever and being a puppy, was fascinated by this ball. And as guide dog puppies, we don't really let them play with balls because they can be very distracting, as you can tell. Ricky had a hard time leaving this ball alone, and she's pretty fascinated by them. So if you can imagine her being an adult dog and being allowed to play with the ball and play fetch, if she was walking down the street next to a park and somebody was playing catch or kicking a ball around and she tried to chase it and she's leading somebody who can't see, that wouldn't work out so well. So she has to learn to ignore anything rolling, anything bouncing, and this ball is no exception. We also took a very special trip with Ricky this week. We took her to reunite her with her mom. So Ricky's mom's name is Tulin, and she lives with Mary Jane and Rich, who are her breeder custodians. And basically, Tulin lives the normal life of a regular dog, but gives birth to puppies. Ricky's from Tulin's third litter, and they haven't seen each other since Ricky was about 8 weeks old, so this was a very special occasion for them to get reunited. They were both very excited to see each other, and it almost seemed like Ricky remembered that she was her mom, and Tulin remembered that Ricky is her baby.
It is so cute to watch the two of them and how Tulin is taking care of her and kind of trying to teach her, but usually people say the moms don't remember the puppies. Well, we're watching. A mom remembers her pup, and vice versa.
So if you tuned in last week, you saw that we introduced Ricky to a swimming pool. Well, at Tulin's house, they have a pool also, and Tulin actually swims, and it seemed like with the encouragement of her mom, Ricky finally made the leap into the pool all by herself, which was very exciting because last week we saw that she really wanted to get in and she just couldn't figure out how to get in and out yet and just needed a little boost of confidence, and it looked like her mom gave her that little boost, and she had such a great time swimming with her mom. This is the first time we've ever met any of our puppies' mothers, and it was pretty amazing to see them together because Tulin was just so calm and so patient and just wonderful with Ricky, and Ricky in return was also exceptionally very calm. Now Ricky's played with other dogs before and she gets a little excited, but she was very calm and very respectful to Tulin, and it was really like she definitely knew that was her mom and she needed to behave a certain way. So Ricky seems to be following in her mom's footsteps. Tulin has an amazing temperament. She's very calm, but yet extremely confident, very outgoing, and just overall a very sweet dog, and she was just amazing, just an absolute love, and it was so fun to meet her. And Ricky seems a lot like her personality-wise, so I've got some good hope that Ricky may turn out pretty darn good for us. So my question for the viewers this week is, summertime's upon us. What is your favorite activity to do with your dog in the summertime? I want to hear about it. Also, Ricky had her very first appearance on something other than Grown Up Guide Pup. She had a cameo in a video that my husband, Matt, aka Chappie Online, did with his Uncle Ronsky, and there'll be a thumbnail at the end of the segment that you can click on so you can watch the whole video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week on Grown Up Guide Pup.